Just say less. Everybody rocking with us. Just say less. Everybody rocking with us. Just say less. Podcast lit, baby. Just say less. And we climbing up the charts. Just say less.
Welcome back to another episode of the Say Less podcast. What's this? Episode 17?
17?
Dang, we almost at 20. Episode 17 of the Say Less podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Nike Too Wavy.
Hey, it's your boy Morris Peanut, aka Darcy and Jermaine. What's happening?
Yes, sir. Your boy Saved by DeVille, Mr. DeVille. And of course, now that we got that out the way, we can introduce the most important host.
Yes.
Give it up for the K to the A to the N, E to the S to the H to the A, D, I, M, O, N, D.
Hey, coming through.
Hey, you got a whole intro song.
Hey, man, got that Moesha intro.
Every week it gets better.
I'm working getting Brandy up here, but we.
Oh, man. The vocal Bible.
Yeah,
How was
man.
that weekend, man?
Hey, it was all right. It wasn't too bad, man. Wasn't too bad. Celebrated, didn't celebrate. I don't know what we did. I don't know what us as the black delegation.
It was another day.
The black delegation was doing for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
We supposed to wear all black, but
We got together.
yeah.
We did. We got together. It was just another day. You know, nothing special. No holidays, really.
It was good seeing you guys for, the
Yeah,
time,
you know,
months.
it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like March.
Really?
Uh-huh. Since we,
It was since the beginning when we was like really not social distancing because we thought it was a fluke.
Gosh, look at us now.
That's when we were supposed to be, 5 or more people at a time? So we were doing good,
Mhm.
Yeah. We was out there thinking that the corona wasn't a real thing.
Wait, was that Peanut's gender back when that was?
Yeah, it was
Well,
around that time.
it was right after that when we had did that live.
We went on IG Live.
Yeah, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It was March. So, yeah, it was
Shout out
to-
hanging out at the pool and all that.
Hey, but it's all good though, cause they're gonna be seeing us in the blue room. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Coming live.
Hey, we're gonna be in there.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Peanut baby coming soon. Shout out to that. I know.
Yeah, man. It's shit. I got 17 days.
17 days.
Man,
Wow.
it's gonna be. I think the baby's coming before that.
I think so too, man. I think so
Next
too.
week.
I think so too, man. I just gotta make sure I pack my Xbox when I go to the hospital. I don't know how long I'm gonna be in that
Lord,
thing.
I was gonna say, how long are you gonna be? How long are you typically in the hospital?
I couldn't even tell you. This is my first go around.
Yeah.
You can be in labor for over 24 hours. So I mean, it just depends.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm the weird one that watches like baby nurseries and like proposals on YouTube and stuff. So I've seen guys pack their hospital bags and they pack like the whole game system, snacks.
Oh yeah. Gotta be prepared, man. Got your snacks, everything.
Yes, I was like, is it like an overnight stay?
Hey, it is.
Hey, man, you never know. Just be prepared. But it made me wonder, because Peanut, you got a beautiful name for your daughter. I was wondering what's a name y'all would never name a kid? Like what's names like you was like, I would
I
never
would
name.
never, ever, ever name my kid after a car.
Oh no, nothing.
Mercedes, Porsche,
Lexus,
Lexus,
Or alcohol, Bacardi.
yeah.
Hennessy.
I know it's tequila.
You know a tequila for real?
Yep.
Hey, what is she like? The silver or the
Margarita. I know a
reposado?
margarita. A margarita. I know a margarita.
You know a
Yeah.
margarita?
Rita,
Oh yeah, no, that's wild.
that's tough.
I think for me it would be Joe niece and Joe nephew. Yo niece and yo nephew.
Oh, you dumb, bro.
I'm more so, car brand names for me because Dior is a cute name.
Yeah.
I just don't want to name my kid after a luxury brand.
Mm.
Kind of feels like I know it kind of feels just like I can't.
Yeah,
Especially
cliche.
if you don't meet up to that name. Like, how you gonna name your daughter Prada and you can't afford it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's all bad.
Yeah.
I don't know, DeVille, what you think, man? What's some names you would not go with?
Do none of those like old names. Like I can't see no baby being named like I don't know, Larry. That's a little scary. I can't picture a baby being named like Josephina. Things like that. Like none of those. Like I need some.
Like Luther and shit.
They look at baby Luther.
You know,
Frank.
Ruth.
I was randomly thinking about this. Brandon, Malik, and Jalen are our Josephs and Luthers and of this generation. Like,
Oh no. Hey, we got a close second. We got the Jadens, the Cadens, the Aidens.
yeah.
Like,
Like I feel like in about 20 years, Jalen, that's gonna be an old name. Like
Jalen.
how many Jalen's and Malik she know? It's a
She
lot.
only know.
Malachi.
There's a lot of like Pina said. There's a lot of that Aans
Yeah.
sound. Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah.
of those.
So did
You know-
y'all have baby names planned before you even had kids?
Well, that's only a question for Peanut.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Even you now, like, do you have a name planned even though you don't have kids?
I already had the name like a long time. I don't know, man. Just the way, I don't want to use this word, man. I'm gonna try to find another word. The way that I can think things into existence. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, manifest.
yeah, that word.
The way that you can be Simone.
yeah. The way I be Simone it. Nah, like I always knew I was gonna have a girl, and I already knew what her name was gonna be, like years ago.
That's
So,
how about
yeah.
you, Bell or Nike? Like, do y'all have a name?
I don't have a set name, but I do like the idea of Trey, but like with just the E, like just TRE. I feel like that'd be like, I just pictured him in the hallways in school. He'd be the cool kid. So I was like, there's no way you can name Trey with just the E. And you gotta be.
You're a junior, right?
You gotta have some swag.
Right?
Who me?
Are you a junior?
No, I'm
No.
not.
Okay, I about to say it would make sense if you had a Trey, but I don't know. I like the name. I like Trip. Like for like the third Trip.
Hey,
But,
That's different. I like it.
so for me, I have boy names more so than girl names because I want to have a boy first. But I keep on changing it because I want something different, but not too unique.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, I want it to be different, but not too unique. So they don't have a hard time in life like I did.
and me.
But there's a couple of names out there. I like y'all know the singer Jonte Austin. I like Jonte.
Mhm.
I like Namari. Namari. What other names do I like? I like Cordell.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I got some girl names. Show some love to the girls. I got some girl names. So I was thinking maybe possibly because like Develaniqua. That's one.
Okay.
Or maybe Devella.
Oh, man.
But I'm leaning more towards Develaniqua. I feel like that one has more like character.
Yeah, it got that ring to it.
It got more syllables. So
Definitely.
Oh, I forgot one. I like Nasir too.
That's cool name.
But one of my friends named their kid Nasir because I wanted to call him Lil Nas.
I'm dead.
And then the meaning behind the name Nasir I like too. But,
doesn't it mean peace or something like that? Like peace or king or serenity or something like that?
That's dope. I like girl names that are like unisex. So like I want to name my daughter like Jordan or something.
Or Tracy.
Is that unisex?
Tyler.
Tracy,
Tyler.
But I don't know if I'll ever go to Aaron.
Tyler.
And then for boy names, I always wanted like a one syllable name, like a Jace. Like just
Everybody naming their kid. Boy, everybody naming their kid Jace.
Yeah,
Everybody.
Yeah, that's the 20 teens name right there.
Like Jace, Legend. What else? Yeah, because I've seen like a whole bunch of YouTubers that got kids named like
Legend.
Legend.
And their daughter name is Legacy. I've seen
Harmonies, Hopes, like those is like starting the
that.
new
If it's so
name.
backwards, everybody's kid name was Nevaeh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, for real.
I've always liked the name Candace just because all the Candaces I knew was all fine. So
Hey, guy was like, you know what? I know what I'm doing here with this. We got the name. Hey, so what's the most unique name that you've ever heard? You know, or the person with the most unique name you ever met?
Ooh.
Unique in a good way or a bad way?
Both.
Because so when I was an orientation leader at Oklahoma State, we had to, like call ahead and just be like, hey, we're looking forward to seeing you next week for your orientation or whatever. And I promise you, there was a girl and her name was It had a dash and a A. Her name was Nadasha.
Wait, Nadashda?
You lying.
Dash?
So
It
like
was N-A, a dash, and then an A at the end. And her name was Nadasha.
So what'd you say when you called her?
Hey,
I just was like, I don't know how to pronounce your name. And she was like, oh, it's Nadasha. That blew my mind. I was like, well, I thought I had a hard name.
Oh,
What?
N-A-dash-A, please pronounce the dash.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey, that's probably like in her Twitter bio right now.
right.
please dash.
That's probably the worst, but shout out to her for having a
Nadasha.
unique name.
That's crazy. Nadasha with a dash.
Now I played football against this dude named King Jack.
King Jack.
Yeah, King Jack. That's like
What was his first name, or like?
that's his first. That is his first name, King Jack.
All right.
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 I was like, with that name, I'm like, man, you got to do something great in life to have that name, man. You
Sounds
can't
like
just,
a liquor brand. Like he
They
is.
do. A card game or something.
man. Oh,
can't
King Jack.
I can't think of the most unique one I've heard.
Same.
Uh,
My family got some unique names, so probably everybody in my family.
For sure.
We all got unique names.
And
Boy.
I don't know what it was with parents in the 90s, but they loved them apostrophes and dashes and all
What
the
does that do
specific
with
names.
the dad that was never there, and the mom name, and put them in.
Combine them together.
Just made it up.
Come
That's how
on.
my name came about.
and
That's
Yeah.
how like pretty much our whole family, yeah.
Yeah.
Come to the Say Less podcast, man. We'll name your kids. We got you. We'll name.
For real.
Yeah, man.
That's funny.
Man, what we got on the agenda, man?
It's a lot. It's a lot going on.
Yeah, it is.
I want to start on a high note. Let's talk about music early in the podcast. I know we usually wait till the end, but let's talk about new music that came out this week.
Okay, well, I got a question there. How y'all? Well, the only one song that I heard was Ty Dolla $ign. Dang, what's it called? It's called it's like featuring Kanye and Skrillex, and
You like that?
I was okay with it. It's called Ego Death. That's what it is. Yeah, it was cool. Like, I thought it was cool. But I think my man's Kanye might be a little washed. He might be getting
Oh, that's a lot. That's saying a lot.
don't like the path he's
He's
on
too
right.
busy trying to be president.
It's because I've been having arguments because people come up, they know I'm a Kanye fan, and they be like, "Oh, he's washed." And I'm like, I'm always defending him. I got his back. And that last song, the Jesus Wash for Us or whatever. So that wasn't his greatest song either. Everybody say he's washed. So I was like, I listened to this song with the intentions of being like, oh yeah, bam, here we go. I told y'all he can still do whatever he wants, because this song actually reminds me of, it's kind of like that Fade vibe. I'm feeling it, Fade. I got that. And I was like, okay, he ain't even got to do much on this song. He just got to come in there like, roll up, roll up, roll up. You ain't even got to do anything. Just ride the beat. Boy, he got on there like, who you talking to, nerd? I was like,
All right. Which song was worse? This song, this new one, or the Scoopity Doop song?
This like Kanye song.
Yeah.
Kanye song ain't that bad. It really ain't. The video is bad.
That video is terrible. That has to be like the worst video ever made. It's like he just went on Instagram and just like scrolling through stories and just recorded the whole screen. Like
let B Simone do the video, so I can't even. So I'm gonna say Kanye might be heading down a washed path, but I still got faith. I still got faith in him. He's gonna
make Kanye great again.
Yeah, man. He's gonna come with it.
Get that trending.
2020 slogan: Make Kanye great again.
Man, you ain't lying.
There really wasn't a lot of new music this week. Pop Smoke album definitely outshined everything that came out.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was pleasantly surprised with the album.
Same.
Because I was expecting, because I told you I was never really into Pop Smoke, and I thought that this album was gonna be just more of that, just gonna be like
Brooklyn Drill.
Yeah, it was gonna be just that, but like it's very a variety of songs, like a variety of sounds and stuff. I was pleasantly surprised, actually, really. I
can say that I said probably 3 times that I wasn't here for a Pop Smoke posthumous album. 50 Cent could keep it, is what I said verbatim. I'm gonna walk that on backwards now.
Okay.
Get off that ledge. The album was really good. I'm here for it. I will listen to it. There's a lot of songs I like. So
yeah, it was good. It was good. Like my favorite song on this album changes like every time I listen to it. Like my favorite one when I first heard it was the Aim for the Moon with Quavo. And then, I let it play again, and then it went to Yeah, Yeah. And then it got to be the Make It Rain with Rowdy Rebel right now. Yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm here for anything Roddy Ricch, man. I'm here for anything.
I was going to say, Roddy Ricch, though, does not make a bad song or feature. Like, he is almost, like Lil Baby, how Lil Baby's almost a recipe for a hit. Like, Roddy Ricch, once he's on the song, like, he just takes it away.
He's a classic hit maker because Roddy Ricch has a sound that like the older generation, our parents love too. So I think he's like the new T-Pain classic.
Like the new T-Pain, you just throw him on a song and it's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. But for me, y'all already know how I'm rocking with Pop Smoke album. I said it from the beginning, and I think I want to say kudos to 50 Cent. Because he did a good job. Now, I mean, for me, I was paying attention to a lot of details. So, like a lot of the featured songs, you could tell that it wasn't ready. It wasn't done, rather, versus ready. So you could tell like they just threw somebody on there for the feature. But like Peanut was saying, like every time I listen to the album, I've listened to the album probably about 5 times now. I find a different song that I love. Because at first I was just like, I liked all the songs without the features the best, but then I started liking a lot of the songs with the features. So I mean, it's just a vibe. I think there was only one song on there that I couldn't get past the ad libs, and I think I can't remember what song it is. It's like probably the 3rd or 4th song with I think it's Mikey Wu that's doing them ad libs, and he was overdoing ad libs. I was like, okay, turn that down a little.
Question: How or when are y'all listening to music now? Like in the times of Corona and quarantine, are y'all listening to music like at home? Are you listening in your headphones or through a speaker? Like
I went for Pop Smoke album. I went to go drive around and listen to it in my car, and then I came home and I listened to it.
Yeah, I usually listen to music in the car. That's mostly where I do my listening.
I listen with headphones on. That's like. Yeah,
is that like working out or just sitting in the house listening?
Both, honestly. Because like if I'm playing my video game or if I'm working or something, I have my headphones on, listening to music. Like definitely working out, listen to it. But yeah, I think I don't know, it becomes more intimate that way with the album. Like with any album that you like, you can hear you hear stuff that you didn't hear before, so.
Did y'all feel it was too many features?
Nah.
I think so. Mm-mm.
I guess it was needed because it was almost like Nike said, a lot of incomplete songs. So they kind of had to make full songs. So I see why it was. I don't know if Pop Smoke was alive, he would have had that many features, but
It was a lot of songs on the album. I did not expect 19 songs on this album.
yeah.
Like
That's it.
I was thinking like 8 to 12 maybe, but 19, and I think he would have had enough 8 to 12 songs with just him, you know, and a couple of features, because I know he was in the studio with Quavo and King Combs, so I know like those was set, but I did not expect it to be that much. But
I think it's, but just to say real quick, like you said with the 19 songs and how they was incomplete and everything. So this is basically what Pop Smoke was planning. Basically, these songs, you know, I'm sure, you know, who knows if he would have threw something out or threw something in or whatever. But for the most part, he was already planning to put like this kind of album together.
yeah.
Like, I'm actually surprised because like just going off, like I told you, my first impression, and I was just like, oh, he wanted like, you know, like one of those type dudes, whatever. But I'm actually, very impressed. I'm very impressed by the album.
And for him not to have influence on the album, the shit is A1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Those producers did an amazing job on this album, man.
Yeah. So I mean,
like with the amount of time when it passed was like February
19th, I think.
Yeah, from then to now, you know, at 5 months, you know, to make a complete album, I think they did a hell of a job on this album for sure. I really like that outro too, the tunnel vision.
that tunnel vision, boy.
Man, that outro had me in my feelings. G, I was like, dang.
The intro was also really good. Like,
Yeah. It was only like 50 seconds, 40 seconds, but that shit was cold.
I can say listening to Pop Smoke album and like the words he was saying in the album, it made me realize that he was gone too soon. Like, and the reception that people were getting feedback and stuff from the album, I think he was going to be pretty big. Like, he was going far, way, way, way far. And his sound was different. He reminded us of like 50 Cent in his prime. It's just crazy because that is one person that, and I know a lot of people talk about like the XX Tentacion, and I didn't really listen to his music, so I don't know the effect that he had, but I know he had a big impact on young kids. But this one just seems different, maybe because I was tuned in with Pop Smoke. I know he's from Brooklyn. It's definitely crazy to see someone's life gone too soon. I think his birthday just passed, and he was only about to be 21.
Yeah, he's young, man.
Yeah, so.
Yeah,
I'm just happy that everybody's coming to the Pop Smoke side, and I hate that, you know, somebody has to die in order for them to get all these plays and stuff like that, because it's like now like everybody was like, oh yeah, you know, just exactly what you said, Dom, right? You know, nobody was really listening to him before when he first came out. Nobody like Dior, Christopher Walken, nobody was really listening.
No, don't get me wrong, though. I think a lot of people was listening to Pop Smoke before he came out. Maybe not
just up north, but nobody was really rocking with him like that. Besides, like celebrities, obviously, you know, like
but I think what happened is that's why I'm saying he was gone too soon, because he didn't get
to pop
the radio play across the nation yet.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel that, you know, it sucks. It's just like Nipsey Hussle, right? Like Nipsey Hussle, he had the best album of 2018, and then it didn't go platinum until after he died.
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing, and it's like it sucks that you have to like literally, because if Pop Smoke was alive today, right? And granted, he probably wouldn't have all the features he has on his album now. His album would not do the numbers that it's doing right now.
See, that's the thing. I think it would have.
I don't think it would.
Like,
simply because he wouldn't have had all them features. He wouldn't have had the Futures, the Lil Babies, the Babies, and all those people on there.
I think he would have.
I think he would have too.
He might have the Baby, Lil Baby on there, but he probably wouldn't have like the Futures and all them on there.
Yeah, I think he would have. That's what I think I was saying, in a sense of he was on a steady incline and it got taken away too soon. Whereas there are other rappers, like you're saying, who were already like in this zone, and then like once they died, people started paying attention. I think we were paying attention to Pop Smoke, but as soon as we started paying attention, he died, and that's what I guess is unfortunate in this situation. that people was like, oh, this young, like he was getting a lot of buzz. This young kid from New York, he's starting a whole sound. He's like, music just started playing. I remember we went to Concrete Cowboy in Dallas on my birthday, and all my family was here from New York, and they played a Pop Smoke song. Would have never thought they would play that song in the club. My birthday was February 1st. He died February 19th. So I think he literally was getting that recognition, and then.
Yeah, I think he would have got the I think he would have got the features if that's what he wanted to do. I think he could have got those. But I do think the numbers get boosted a little bit because I mean, like right now he's like the top 5 songs on the Billboard.
Top 15.
Yeah, I think it was number 1 that first day, right?
No, I'm saying like he has all top
all of his songs.
Yeah, it's like 15, yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a little boosted a little bit because he did pass away early. But I do think I do agree with Don though. He would have got the features. I think it still would have been he would have blew up off this album and stuff. But I agree that it is inflated a little bit.
Yeah.
You also
I'm a Pop Smoke fan. Like I mess with Meet the Woo too. Like I mess with all those albums. So I wasn't expecting the sound that was on the album. Like I heard some snippets and stuff, like the Tamia sample, the Diana one with King Combs, and the Have Mercy on Me one. Like all those, I heard snippets of them. But I was thinking that we was gonna get more of the Brooklyn drill sound, more so than just him being versatile. Like I was not expecting all that versatility. So.
Do you think that a lot of rappers held back their release for Pop Smoke? Like they cleared that day?
Absolutely.
Wayne
dropped something though.
I didn't even listen to it. You know that? I didn't like the title, so I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna listen to it.
What's it called?
Like Skateboard Weezy or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
No, it's called FWA.
You sure?
Yeah. But I started listening to it. It ride.
Wait, it's called
no. FWA was a Free Weezy album.
I thought it was Weezy Flow.
Shit. Hey, they show you how out of touch we are.
It's FWA because it got the new song Glory on there.
FWA came out a long time ago though.
I
think he added more songs to it.
It's called Skateboard Weezy.
Oh,
okay. I listened to FWA because that one got the new song Glory and stuff on there.
Oh, I see.
I know most of the songs is from like 2015, but
he put out 4 songs on a Skateboard Weezy EP, 1 featuring Takeoff, which that just doesn't even sound like a.
It wasn't Harden already out, that song? Like that already came out, right?
What?
The Harden song.
Wait, you dropped 2 because there's a Weezy Flow EP that got 4 songs, and there's a Skateboard Weezy that got another 4 sons.
Oh, you sure right, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I will.
He put a whole bunch of stuff out, but I had got that FWA because that new song Glory was on there, and I started listening to it, and it's a lot of older songs on there for sure. Like I know some of the songs is from like 2015, but
yeah.
He also announced he's gonna drop the Carter 6. Are y'all interested?
Not really.
Hey man, is it safe to say Wayne is cold out here?
I'm gonna listen to it.
I'm a little peek. I'm gonna peek into it. I'm gonna dip my toe in.
I thought the Funeral album was good. So
yeah, I thought that was decent.
How many songs from the Funeral have you went back to?
I just let it play when I do go back to listen to it.
Did you add any songs to a playlist?
I don't make playlists.
So that's the point. There was no song that you thought was, I need to hear that you saved or whatever the case may be.
I do it.
Yeah, that's the biggest one with Big Sean.
Yeah, I don't think I saved any.
Yeah,
well,
it was just a bunch of songs on an album.
Young Nation dropped a project.
Who?
Young Nation.
They did?
Oh, I was supposed to listen to that. Is it good?
Nah, it ain't.
Nah, you can't do that.
Nah, it ain't. Nah.
I downloaded the Kevin Gates song.
What, the one with him and Tory Lanez?
Grandmother's Grave.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's all right.
It just got another Kevin Gates song.
He just dropped a track with Tory Lanez, though.
I did like that.
Yeah, that convertible bird is pretty cool.
Remember, I told y'all about it's like a singer. His name is Ade, Ade.
I think so.
Yeah.
I downloaded. He had a new song out called Replacement. That John's ride.
Oh, didn't Gucci Mane drop an album?
Gucci did drop an album. I didn't listen to it though.
I haven't.
So did K Camp. He dropped like an album with a whole bunch of features, or like a label album, I guess.
What is it? His label?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna see a lot of new music this Friday though, for sure.
Yeah, I'll listen to the K Camp. I probably won't listen to Gucci, honestly. I'll probably pick through it a little bit, like it's some vegetables. I'll pick through what I like.
Yeah, I haven't really downloaded a full Gucci since like 2009.
I've never downloaded a full Gucci album.
Gucci used to be
Why
hard.
not?
In the day. In high school, Gucci used to be hard.
Yeah,
I was in high school.
High school was the man, homie.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Hey,
go ahead, Peanut.
nah, I was gonna say something about Gucci teeth. Did y'all see that?
Yes, he has diamonds.
Put diamonds in his veneers.
150K.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, I got a question for y'all though. So, what this? I posted it on Twitter, but what did you all want to be like when you're younger? Like, what did you say you want to be when you grow up?
Basketball player.
Okay. Anybody else?
Oh, kind of doing what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a radio.
I figured. You know what? I figured that. Honestly, I really figured that. Young DeVille.
Oh, mine was either basketball or acting.
All right, man. I wanted to be a dentist when I was young, man. And I thought about it today because I was just scrolling through Instagram, and is this doctor in Dallas? He's from Oak Cliff, and he did his he went to school. I think he started in community college, and then he ended up going to school somewhere else up in New York. And then he came back. But man, this dude owns his own practice. He like 30-some years old. This black dude, bruh. Man, the dentist make bank. I was like, dang, boy. Hey, if I had them resources to actually do that, man, because now everybody gets veneers. That shit is like crack. You know what I'm saying?
You looking like them little chatterbox things.
Man.
Little baby said, not the big cheek teeth. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, man. But nah, that shit is crazy though. Like, I thought about doing that when I was young, but then I went to his shit. I was like, man, that is very motivating. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, I know exactly who you're talking about, Dr. Rose, and it's motivating because he looks like a
regular nigga.
Yeah.
Regular.
Dog is on with a lab coat on. Like,
yeah.
I think he got like an EP out. Like, he rap on the side.
Oh yeah.
What? See, he from Oak Cliff.
Yeah, man. Hey, he out here getting it though, man. Like, this is like for all of the type of hustles people have. You know what I'm saying, or career paths. That's pretty dope that he from where he from and went to dental school and not only that though, he bought out this old white man's practice and now he owns it, and making paper.
Like this is it's dope that what was I about to say? You kind of found your own lane in a sense of we all out here like trying to find a hustle and do it, but everybody kind of finds that one hustle, like rapping, or girls, it's hair or eyelashes, and kind of when you have your own lane and you stick to that, and that it's not an easy route, it's not going to be that much competition for you, so you're going to get a lot of support. So it's kind of dope.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. I thought that was very motivating for people. Well, for me anyway, because it made me think back, like, fuck, that's what I really wanted to do when I was a kid. Like, I really wanted to be a dentist, but didn't happen. But it's all right. But like, that's like for the future, so especially with the pandemic, I was thinking about like people losing their jobs and shit and everything that's going on, man. Like, I was like, well, maybe the medical field ain't bad to push on, kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anything in the STEM field for sure. Because I was thinking about that. I never, when I was a kid, I never really seen myself as like an average person, working person. Like, I always see myself doing something in the entertainment industry. So it's like hard to say like, I wanted to be a lawyer, or I wanted to be an engineer or anything like that. Like, because I never wanted to do that. Like, I always wanted to be somewhere, and I didn't necessarily have to be like in the spotlight, but I knew I wanted to do something in that field, so.
Yeah, man, that's dope. That's dope, man. But I just want to highlight that.
That's good Black Business of the Week though, because we kind of jumped right in. So.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Dr. Rose, man. He out here motivating, man. For real.
Yeah.
Boy, pushing G Wagons and rocking jury. He look like a rapper.
That's
But
crazy.
he's a
Yeah,
doctor, man.
Y'all see T.I. call out 50 Cent?
In a versus battle.
Today's 50th birthday too, so he was like, "Happy birthday!" But them 20 songs though.
Hey, T.I. been on 50 Head today, all in Shade Room comments, everywhere, all on his Instagram, everything.
T.I. wants to know, but I'm not mad at it. I think that would be a good battle.
He said he could bring Eminem, Dr. Dre,
Listen,
whoever.
all them songs you want to bring, all them hits.
Tripping now.
Not the rubber band.
I'm trying to think. Do I want T.I. and 50?
Not the rubber band man. I do.
I'm here for it. I'm here for
It
it.
might
man.
not be bad. It might not be bad.
If it's just 50,
If we think about it, because last week we talked about T.I. Because if anything, I want to see T.I. in a battle because I don't like T.I. He
T.I. needs to be in a battle for sure.
definitely needs to be in a battle. But T.I. and Jeezy, I think that's an easy win for T.I. T.I. Rick Ross, I think that is not.
I think that would be better.
But I don't think they have the same caliber of songs. Like T.I. makes you feel one way, Ross makes you feel another way.
Mhm.
T.I. 50, same caliber of music. It's gonna work. They both got the Billboard hits, they both got the crossover hits, and they both got the street records.
yeah.
Yeah, man. My
Yeah.
man got whatever you like.
Yeah.
Shit,
First of all,
man.
50 ain't going. 50. He's not going to do a versus battle though. It's free.
Yeah.
It's free. 50 ain't doing nothing free.
I think 50 would if he could find a way to promote something.
Yeah.
Like if he has something coming out or doing something, 50 marketing genius, man.
Which
Yeah.
I was gonna say, which he has his liquor brand. So honestly, instead of powered by Ciroc, it's just gonna have to be.
Dome Luchador, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
What's it called, Rook? What's it called, Jamel?
Le Shin Mindoroy or something like that.
What happened to F and Vodka? Is he done with that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got a cognac now. It's called Branson.
Yeah. Branson and that Litchman Dora or whatever.
Yeah. Rich nigga shit. Can't even pronounce it.
I didn't know that Jay-Z owned Ace of Spades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why he used to always rap about it.
Yeah, he said.
Whole bottles of that Ace of Spade.
Yeah, he said. He said. Used to drink. What he said? Used to drink Cristal. Them was racist. Now he's with gold bottles.
Yeah, man. Hey, so cool little story about that, man. I was reading Rick Ross's book, Hurricanes, right? Because Rick Ross owned Bel Air.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so the company, they both got their bottles, like they bought both of those companies from the same like distributor in Spain or France, wherever it was at. So Jay-Z owned like 50% of Ace of Spades until like, was it like recently, like 2013 or something like that? Like he bought them out for like, I don't know, Jesus Christ, it was like $400 million or some shit like that. Man, so he owns 100% of that company. He owns all of it. And then, man, Rick Ross on his way to do the same thing, man. So that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
Not gonna lie, Rick Ross, his marketing was fire because everybody was a Bel Air boy.
Oh yeah. Black bottle.
Everywhere.
Hey, them jackets was cold too, man. Them jackets was cold, boy.
It was.
He had all the core DJs, Black Bottle Boys. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He killed that. And he made Wingstop popular.
He did. He just opened up another Wingstop too in Mississippi.
And everybody thought he owned the franchise, really, low key. And y'all know Wingstop originated in Dallas, right?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the
original one is in
that
North.
worked at my job, who was one of the founders, and she has like the original recipe of all the I think she started out with 10 flavors. She has them like on a piece of paper still framed in her house, and then they sold it.
Ah, damn, that's dope.
Yeah, like I don't know what made me look that up one
It was
time.
like Fort Worth, I think it was, or no, Grand Prairie. I think it was Grand Prairie or something.
Something, but yeah.
First ever one. Yeah.
Man,
It's still open too, the first one.
shout out to him, man. Boys getting money.
And
Postmates makes you some Wingstops.
boy, them hot lemon pepper mix is fire.
Uber is buying Postmates.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know I actually invented Uber, me and a couple of college classmates.
Yeah, I know.
Uber Eats and all that. We
Yeah.
invented that.
Yeah, I remember y'all doing your thing for that. Like y'all made it's on YouTube, right?
It's on YouTube. I'm pretty sure somebody seen it on YouTube and they stole it because we definitely had Stillwater Lazy Run, and this was back in 2011.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
So they owe you
the money.
We ain't never get it licensed and all that and get the copyrights and all that. So we ass out.
Yeah. So I mean, but y'all own the intellectual rights though, like intellectual property though, right? I mean, 2011. I mean, it's time stamped.
It is time stamped, but we ain't got the funds to go sue.
They gonna bleed you dry in court.
On me.
gonna make it last.
We ain't got the money.
Last forever. And never.
I gotta pay for this house. I can't. They gonna try to take my house. Hell no.
Bad boy, they gonna try to get you.
All right, so we talked about new music, but we ain't talked about August Alsina's new album.
I like it.
Listen,
All right. I
We
wanna
talked
listen-
about it. We just didn't go into detail.
I wanna-
One thing.
album?
Now go
We
ahead.
talked about it a couple weeks ago.
No, we just mentioned it. We
Yeah,
didn't talk.
mentioned it.
We didn't mention.
Okay.
I don't think it was out yet.
Yeah, I think it came out Friday.
No,
Yeah, I
it
think-
came out. It came out a week ago.
Did we talk about it?
We
No,
said August Alsina. DeVale said he was like August Alsina got an album out, and we just was like bypassed it.
No
Yeah.
shit.
But I haven't gotten a chance to listen to it yet. I'm gonna listen to it though, since he got all this. He didn't brought my attention to him.
That's what I was gonna say. Is this a good
Marketing.
is this a good rollout?
It's amazing rollout.
But
Hey,
but-
City
but-
Boys, we up.
though, is you thinking more about the situation than the music? Because I mean, I'm gonna go listen to it just because I like August Alsina. But if I was casual, I wouldn't care nothing about his album at all. Because I don't even
Light skin shit for real.
has he even said the name of that, or has he even? I don't even know what the album's called.
He did a whole hour interview, and I don't know the name of the album.
It's called
Hey,
oh,
what
it's the Product 3. It followed his little mixtape run album.
I had no idea.
We don't even know what Friday it dropped on. See,
I'm
Yeah.
sure it was like a week ago or
Yeah, it was.
but
Who
we
was
do
it?
know that he's in love with Jada.
Hey, Jada
Yeah.
tried to leave, and that boy said, "I'm pregnant."
Looked like he was sitting on that couch with his hair like that.
They say he had the I should have cheated here.
That what's on that Keisha Cole? Had a Keisha Cole jump off.
All he needed was a cigarette in his hand. I would have been like, oh yeah, he been through it.
Yeah, boy, stressing.
Oh,
Oh, man, no, that. So how do y'all feel about that whole situation? I think he's telling the truth because I mean, Will Smith and Jada told us a long time ago that they was swingers.
I think he telling the truth, but why are you telling it?
That's where
Hey man, hey, she broke that boy heart, man.
Yeah, he heartbroken.
Heartbroken.
That boy heartbroken, boy. He's in love with Jada, boy.
He
I
in
mean, I
love.
think that he signed an NDA because I don't think they would just. I think the Smiths are smarter than that. Like,
I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think so.
He wouldn't have said it if he did.
Well, no, if the stories is true, like if I think then he would have signed an NDA because they got.
But he never said their name though. Like we just took that and ran with it. If you really think about it, he never said Jada. Never
Oh,
said
no,
Will.
he said Jada.
He said her name.
He
Angela.
said Will name. He said Will name.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he said I spoke
Yeah.
to Will about it. Him and Jaden were good friends and introduced him to the
Yeah.
family.
Yeah, he said that.
Because- Oh man, like
Snitching.
it's just too much. It's so many different points that I'm just like, wow. Because from Jaden's point of view, that's I don't know. It's kind of weird, and then just I
What's
just think
Jaden's point of view, DeVille. Go ahead.
Jaden's point of view. If this
Who's Jaden right now?
that was his, I'm Jaden.
Yeah.
We probably got to fight. No, we got to.
But here's the thing, y'all got to think they was going. We first seen them like on red carpets and stuff together, and she was calling him, "Oh, he's like my son," and all this stuff. We knew 2 years ago that they was fucking around. So I mean, it ain't nothing new. Like to me, I'm just like, oh, okay, he just admitted it. So I don't know why people was making a big deal
The
of it.
fact he admitted it though.
Yeah, like
But I mean, we knew like it didn't. He didn't even have to say it. Like we knew. I'm like people
it's not
taking it.
the point of admitting. Okay, it's a lot of things that August messed up on. Okay, it's the fact that you're rolling this out with your album. That's number one L. The second one is that Will and Jada have been this like the
They're
Black
like the first.
family,
Yeah.
like the first family forever. They have Red Table Talks, and you went on Red Table Talk with the family and didn't say, and you didn't have this energy. Why you got this energy with Angela Yee?
I ain't
And
never
Why
seen
we
it.
say that they're the perfect family when they admitted to being swingers and all this other stuff. So we just swept all that.
I did see a clip from them from Red Table Talk when Will and they was talking, and she was like, "If you're with someone else and I'm with someone else, you'll be on this side of the house, I'll be on
But-
that side." And her
but-
mama, I don't know if y'all caught it though. Hold on,
They said that. Like they say it all the time.
but I don't know if y'all caught it though when her mama was like, and I don't agree with it, so I don't know. Like she said it like real quick, but I was like, oh shit, her mama.
But when they said that, like, you can also look at that as kind of like, you can kind of pass that off. You can just be like, oh, well, she's just saying something, you know. Like, she's basically, you was paying attention to the main point. It's like,
no, not if you actually was paying attention to them, you would know that.
I mean, everybody assumes, but it's just like.
It wasn't no assumption. Because that's, remember back in the day when they was talking about Will Smith being his gay lover?
Mm-hmm.
Like this been stuff out years after years after years, but everybody just been sweeping it under the rug. So like, I don't know, it don't bother me.
I said because the rumors gonna come out all the time. Like everybody's just. I mean, we assumed that they was in an open relationship, but it's never like they just came out and just openly said like, no, we're in an open relationship.
They have. They have.
I've never heard them say that.
They did. Years ago, they said it. They was like, we've been in an open relationship. Will has said it on interviews years ago.
I've heard they have a life partnership. Yeah. But my thing is not even that. Open relationship, closed relationship, whatever y'all got going on, the third party shouldn't have nothing to say. No. And that's my issue with August. Like,
August
his heart was broken.
And that's the issue. Like, if they have an open relationship and they're swingers and they're just messing around, his feelings shouldn't have gotten into it.
Hey, my boy was battered, boy. He was battered.
So, some people feel like Jada took advantage of him.
I'm just saying, the next time any guy brings up that it's just act for y'all and feelings for girls, I'm bringing up August Alsina.
Oh, yeah. No, that, and what happened to August Alsina happens to dudes all the time. They just never go
right out. He threw it right out the window.
Yeah, I feel like any dude that if you really like the girl, she just was like, oh yeah, no, this ain't that. Like we not. Boy, he gonna be hurt. That pride gonna be hurt.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that's what happened. I think they was messing around. August started, like, he probably was trying to go on dates and stuff. Like, come with me over here, man. Let's go do this, that. He wanted probably a full-blown relationship.
Which she was on the red carpet with him all hugged up and stuff at the BET Awards. Yeah, so it's just like he wanted that full. I think he wanted a full relationship. He wanted like it's me and you now. And
hey, so hold on. So was Girls Trip kind of based on a true story? With her going down to Essence Fest with young August in New Orleans?
Man, I can barely remember.
Hey, cause
I fell asleep on Girls Trip.
Because Queen Latifah was in the background of them pictures.
Was in the background looking like.
Hey.
I told y'all.
She knew. She was like, she ain't.
Yeah, man.
She ain't shit.
But this opens up a broader conversation now, right? So let's put August and Jada aside. What do y'all think of open relationships?
I think that they I don't have a problem with nobody having an open relationship. Like I always say, whatever you like, you do it.
No, and you're like,
but me, I'm not going for that. I think it's tough because marriage is hard. Being with one person and working through all that. But I honestly believe that it should be one man, one woman, and you just work through everything. I'm not gonna say anybody's wrong for wanting to do an open relationship. That's on you. I see the logic in it. Like I see the logic, but no, I can't.
For me, you might as well just stay dating because that's what you're doing. You're dating at that point.
But you're still like y'all are partnering in everything else. Everything else is like y'all together. Everything.
No, but it's a term for it though. What is it? Polyamory?
Oh, polyamory.
Yeah. Yeah, man. People do. I think it's just like, you know, it happens in other countries, right? Like, it
Yeah.
happens. It's like a real thing people do for real. I think it's just I don't know, the American stigma on it. I don't know, but I think it has to be. I guess both parties got to be in agreement. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm gonna do this, you can do that, and we come on. But no,
So,
I need a person.
don't y'all feel like problems though? Like, say like, you know, it's already hard enough dealing with one person and all their emotions and feelings and you know, like, so like, for example, like when you have a bad day at work, you come home and you're not in the mood to be all happy with your partner. You might not be in the mood to be all happy with them. So you bring some of that energy back. So let's say you're in an open relationship and you with your girl, your dude, and y'all have a little argument, something like that, and then you come back, you bring the energy, you upset or whatever. I just feel like having multiple people in one relationship is just a lot. That's adding extra energy and stuff that you really don't need to. That's why I feel like it wouldn't. I don't even see it. I don't think it will work long term.
I don't see it working too. It's just a situation with not enough boundaries. So then a loophole is going to happen somewhere that someone didn't agree with, and then everything will just fall apart.
Yeah.
Okay. So Will didn't agree with it.
So they've been in an open relationship for a long ass time.
But it was just this one. Will was like, nah, man, not
Right. Come on.
So what if Jada fell in love?
I think she did.
I think she did.
And then she was like, nah, I kind of got this, you know, I got a good life going on over here, you know what I'm saying?
Wasn't August Alsina like he got like a disease that was killing him slowly or something like that? So
yeah,
like,
autoimmune.
He probably really did like that's why I feel like these emotions and stuff is super, super real. Like, cause he was on his deathbed and he was dating this girl. So yeah, he loved her. And I feel like she probably was falling in love with him too, knowing the fact that he was gonna be dying, but maybe he didn't expire quick enough. I
don't know.
Damn.
Like Tupac.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, oh dang. So she said, dang, you gonna be alive. Well, we can't do this no more.
But yeah.
I can see that, but I don't see that. I see it as Jada knew from the beginning, like it was just gonna be like a little fling. Like this is just like, I like what I got with Will. Like everything is solid, everything's good. We got this great thing going, and I'm good for that for life. And you just gonna be like my little boy toy or something like that. And he probably agreed at first, like, you know, he probably like, oh hell yeah.
Jada Pinkett.
Here's my deal about Jada. I feel that I think she does have love for Will, but I don't think Will was ever the one. And I say that from like, if we look back prior to like her and Tupac, like, you know, they were probably soulmates, quote unquote, right? And I felt like if y'all actually knew the story, like when Tupac died, like all the balloons and flowers and all that Will did to Jada and all this other stuff, like, because he even knew that like this was the person that she loved, you know. I feel like she has love for Will, but I didn't feel like she felt that like that was her soulmate. So therefore, and I think that I feel like all this is all Jada. I don't feel like Will was the one that wanted to be in an open relationship. I don't know. That's just the vibe I get on the situation.
You know what, Nike?
I feel like it's all on Jada.
I think it's more Jada also. I do too.
So I feel like all this, like, she's the manipulator and she just does what she wants and gets what she wants.
Jada got that Woochie Wow Wow.
Hey, boy.
She's a strong woman. It's kind of like Erykah Badu, right? Erykah Badu, we say that she messes up rappers' minds and stuff. Like, once you date Erykah, you crazy, right? I think it's the same type of deal.
Jada turned August out and he wasn't ready.
Yeah, hey, that's some Virgos too, man.
That's my take on it.
Now I have never watched a Red Table Talk. I've seen like clips and stuff, but best believe whenever Jada's interviewing Jada, I'm gonna be there. I'm tuning in.
I hope is that
they're actually good. The Red Table Talks are good.
They are good. I do watch them. I just hope that she doesn't bring Iyanla in to fix her life. That's it.
Bring who in?
Oh yeah.
Please. I mean, who you think she gonna have in there with her?
Her mom and her daughter.
It gotta be Jaden, bro.
If she bring her mom and her daughter, I feel like she might not be completely truthful.
Yeah.
I feel like
if you ever watch the Red Table Talk, they talk.
I understand the talk, but this is like admitting like she's not about to go in there and just admit like, oh yeah, we doing this or whatever.
They
blah, blah, blah.
know already. So why?
But still, it's all together. It's public perception. It's all that.
Nah,
I think
I don't think they care.
like and if Jada, like you said, if she has been manipulating, why wouldn't she manipulate more? Why wouldn't she say like, oh well, we know, August Alsina, he's obviously going through stuff, blah, blah, blah. He had like, she might have been like, oh, I can see this. She could probably be like, did I know in the back of my head, in the back of my heart, that this boy had feelings for me? And I have to take fault for that. I have to take fault for that because I knew, and I didn't shut it down as I should because I have love for him like a son. I love him like a son. So you want to see your kids hurt. You don't want to see your kids hurt. So yes, I have to take some blame.
That's sick. That's sick if she says something like that.
Hey, manipulators stand up. We always got a backup plan.
But low key, she definitely do something like that. But I think she's gonna be real. She gonna tell. Cause I mean, Jada, she'll tell you.
But it's her show, so she's gonna be as real as
she's gonna be real.
All right, so 22 hours ago, Jada Pinkett's mama posted this on Instagram.
Oh, I see.
You seen it? Yeah, it says, get rid of the pedestal you put people on. Recognize that people are only people with flaws and imperfections just like you and me. Do that and you'll be much happier. Because guess what? They already are. Sleep well, beloveds. Keep it pushing.
And it's true because people put Will and Jada on a pedestal. But they openly had imperfections.
But
we just want that Jada and that Will love.
Right.
I guess in a sense of, okay, two things. The pedestal for Jada and Will, I don't think it's a pedestal of us knowing what their marriage entails. It just seems like whatever bond or whatever they agreed on works for them.
Yeah.
And so it's not I don't think I ever thought it was completely monogamous or if it was extremely polygamous. Like, I didn't think that far into it. I just think that whatever they're doing works. Or it's like Beyonce and Jay-Z, besides the elevator situation, you didn't hear much about their relationship. So it's like, whatever they got going on inside their home must be working. We don't know if they have an open relationship or not either. So,
and this might be just me, but as far as like the pedestal thing, I feel like that more from Will. I don't know if that's just me because I don't be watching Jada as much, and I watch Will a lot more. But I feel like Will just presents like that, like he presents like that, just that almost that pedestal type energy, like he's preaching to people and like trying to motivate and things like that. I know Jada does that also, but I just feel like I get a lot more of that from Will. So I feel like that pedestal part, because honestly, that Will and Jada love, like I think of Will first. So I don't know. The pedestal thing, I feel like that comes from Will.
It's because Will seems like he's a genuine nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you think like, like I feel like even like when they were younger dating, you just felt like he loved her more than she loved him. And I think that's why I think Jada is just another chick from the block, and she like, shit, I can have whoever I want. And I think that like like I was saying, I think that hurt Will, but because he loved her so hard and he loved her so much, he was willing to do whatever.
You have a point.
And I mean, that's like love, that when you love somebody immensely, like you would do whatever to keep them in your life. And I think that's what Will has done for Jada.
Okay, so let's have some fun with this. When they both, Jada and Will, were like in the bed and they seen August Alsina's clips or whatever, what was that conversation like? Like, what do y'all
wasn't even in bed.
Hey. Will was
They're
like,
on the opposite sides of the house.
Hey, Will was like, he called her and was like, now I agreed to this because you said you wasn't going to embarrass me. Now look at you. Look at you. You got my shit, my business in the streets.
See?
Look at you. You got me looking crazy.
He said, I got one rule. Don't embarrass me.
Don't embarrass me. That's it. Like, you know them threatening ones. Like, don't embarrass me.
Yeah. And he said, I told you about bringing this little spiky hair kid around here. I said, I don't think it's a good idea, but I was like, all right, but if you did, I got you. And now look, now
look at
room covering us in a bad way.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know, just Jada got to stand up on this one, man. You know.
I'm really curious what she's gonna say. I'm curious.
Boy, everybody about to be tuned into this Red Table Talk. This gonna be her highest highest views.
Man.
She getting all the streams.
She gotta take that deep breath before she talk at the beginning. Just
She
that
does.
dramatic pause too.
Hey, honestly, I think she should have just did her little Red Table Talk like after.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like you know, like it should have been out by now. Honestly.
Yeah, that's how you know that it's planned and produced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It should be out by now.
It's not a transparent table talk.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Will they said Will's people already denied this that he gave permission to August. So you know we'll see. I don't know. If
Pretty
he-
interesting. I want her to bring Will. She definitely got to have Will.
Oh nah. Will was just crying. Nah, Will was just on there crying last month for happy. For
Father's Day.
Nah, he can't. Nah, he ain't gonna go out like
He
that.
got to be there for something.
No, we just need Willow. I need Willow in there, just being like,
Willow she be like, yeah, because Willow is out there too. That's why I mean, this whole thing is weird because their kids is just out there, right? I'm not gonna say weird. They're out there, so I feel like they just go along with everything. They kind of just got the whatever vibes.
They have that family where everything is like free and forgiving.
Yeah.
So I don't think there is no judgment like in that household. Like I think that I think Will is doing a lot of judging though that day.
Oh yeah.
You gotta feel something. I know he is. You definitely feeling something.
But you know, with him being a comedian, like I feel like he just laughs it off or jokes it off. So
I don't think you laugh off. I don't think you laughed this
Only
one
to
off.
us, but he ain't laughing this one off.
He ain't laughing. Maybe for the cameras, but nah. I don't think his first reaction was laughing.
he probably had, you know, I feel like he tried to make light of the situation. That's
He
Will.
probably looked over her like, really?
Yeah, for real, man. I
He
don't think
FaceTimed
Will
him.
that kind of person. My bad. I don't think Will that kind of person to joke something like that. I think he probably got on her. Like,
Yeah, he is.
talked to real greedy.
Emotional. Will emotional too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We seen it in that episode when he was like, "Why my daddy don't love me?" Uncle Phil. Why he don't want me, man? Why he
Yeah.
don't want me?
Yeah, one of the great TV history.
Man, hey, y'all see what's going on in North America, mainly in the Mecca. No, not the Mecca. Wakanda. Y'all see what's happening in Wakanda?
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Crazy right now.
Atlanta is wild, man.
Yeah, we
Wait.
supposed to be going to Atlanta too. We supposed to be in Atlanta 2 weeks.
And did y'all see Lakeisha Lance Bottoms just tweeted out that she got tested positive for COVID?
She
Shut
did?
the front door.
The mayor of Atlanta has COVID, corona.
Damn. Did she shut the city down?
And they ain't shutting down that black ass city.
Ain't nothing to do now. That whole city got it. Shut down.
They've been had it. Yeah, that's what like.
They gonna shut themselves down at this point. Y'all seen that Haywire IG story?
Yeah. What is like? Is that like a party promotion company?
I'm guessing so. 'Cause
Yeah.
It looks like they have traveling weekends in different cities or something,
Mm.
and they go and throw parties. But I guess Compound is a popular spot in Atlanta, and they don't usually have a pool in the middle of the place, because I've seen a lot of people on Twitter was shocked that there was a pool in there, and so they brought in a pool and they had an indoor. I'm not gonna lie, the vibe was nice.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was fire. But
It was cool. It would have been cool pre-COVID.
yeah. And
Yeah.
they had DJ sections and a pool all in under one building. People was giving it up. Crazy. No
Yeah,
mask
man.
in sight. One mask in sight. Probably about
Hey, that shit.
people, one mask.
Man, I seen one person with a mask on in the entire story. All the videos I scrolled through. That remind me of a hot white born college party. Like, man, the way they was dancing, boy.
Yeah.
I didn't even make it through the full story because I was scared that I was gonna catch COVID.
Hey, Corona sweat everywhere, boy.
I had to watch every single story.
Went everywhere.
Yeah. Hey, so for the people that's listening, go on Instagram and type in Haywire Weekend. and look at them crazy, or look it up on Twitter and look at these videos of what you should not be doing
during COVID.
during this quarantine.
They out here lit.
This needs to
Lit,
go
lit.
to Atlanta.
Yeah, man. Listen, Lance Bottoms gotta take control of it. Nah, we need T.I. to come to the front. We need
We need Killer Mike.
Nah. It's T.I. We need the king of Wakanda.
I with him, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, man. They got to get that under control, man. Oh, speaking of Atlanta, crazy weekend in Atlanta with the big shootout and stuff that happened this past weekend. What was it? 4 people got killed, or was it more than that? It was a crazy shootout. Like 17 people got shot at this party. I guess, I don't know, would you consider it a block party or something in Edgewood, the Edgewood section of ATL. And man, I don't know why.
Fly's cousin was killed.
Whose cousin?
DC Young Fly.
Oh, really?
It was a female. He had a female cousin that was killed that weekend. Same time.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Y'all, man, people in Atlanta just need to stay in the house. Don't drive. I know you want to drive your Hellcats and all that, man. But
Well, they think they Fast and the Furious out there in Atlanta.
man, please just stay in the house, man, because y'all talking about Texas, opening up, and us in Florida shutting the country back down. But it's really one city in America that's fucking it up for everybody. That's like the group project. No one person don't bring it, don't do their part of the group project.
See, people in Atlanta better sit down. They're gonna start testing these vaccines in Atlanta on people in Atlanta if they don't stop.
Hey, Farrakhan said, "Don't take that vaccine."
Oh yeah, shout out. Yeah.
Man, I didn't watch the Farrakhan speech.
I watched it.
I watched a couple of snippets.
I tuned in.
It was long.
Yeah, it was long.
Like 3 hours.
It was long.
He said he was about to cut it short, but then he talked for another 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, he had people standing behind him and it's like, they want me to sit down.
Yeah, man.
He didn't sit down.
So what was some, for those that did listen, what were some of the key takeaways or that you?
Man, he was just talking about, he's talking about the Black and Jewish relationship for the Black Americans. He talked about that. He talked about how the CIA and the government tried to kill him. They tried to poison him, but he survived it. Man, Jesus Christ. He talked about George Floyd. Man, he talked about Africa and how people shouldn't take that vaccine over there because
You don't have a choice though.
yeah, I know it's unfortunate. But man, it was man, so much. Oh my God, I think the shit was like 3 hours. I tried to watch as much as I possibly could. It started at like 10, and I think I cut it off. No, I started like 11 or something like that. Then I cut it off like 12 o'clock, 12:30, something like that. But it was a lot, man. I suggest people just go watch snippets of it. Some parts are good, some parts are bad. His health is definitely deteriorating for sure. Yeah. And I noticed he kept saying that this would be the last time we would see him. You know what I'm saying? He said that a few times, and then he was like, this is the last time people would see me speak publicly for a while. So I'm not sure what's going on with Farrakhan right now.
And this is probably bad on me, but I thought he was dead.
Nah.
I did.
But in the hospital for a little bit.
Nah, I mean, that's bad on me. I would just kill, in my mind, I just killed him off.
Nah. I shout out Farrakhan though.
Years ago, so I remember him from he was on the Breakfast Club, I think a year or two ago. So I remember him talking on the Breakfast Club. I have some personal, I guess, opinions about Farrakhan that I don't have enough research to talk about out loud. So I'll get back on my thoughts there.
What's it about?
I feel like there's some things I agree with, and I feel like he gets into the conspiracies too much too.
Agreed.
So I think that part, like, that's why I didn't really tune into it, because I was like, because sometimes Farrakhan, he be going way out there.
I tuned in and then I had to cut it off because I was just, it's almost like you want to listen and be receptive of the information, but then it also brings on a different type of energy that you don't want to precedent the rest of your day. And so that's kind of how I felt.
Yeah. I like, it's a lot of different things we can take away from it, but one of the reasons I like Farrakhan and, like, I guess the Nation of Islam, I like how they are able to bring in like people from, you know, the lowest parts of the Black community and really change their lives. Like the nation, the NOI is a do for self organization. Like they literally did it for themselves. After school programs, their own mosques, their own businesses, their own banks. So it's more than just religion with them. They have their own military, you know. So
I respect it. Peace, God.
yeah,
What
man.
about I was talking with some friends of mine. We was talking about a whole bunch of stuff. One of them said, he was like, "Oh, you know, Farrakhan killed Malcolm X." I was like, "What?" So I went and did a little bit of research or whatever. And what they was referring to is that Farrakhan said, "I regret like my part in it," because basically Malcolm X was like criticizing the NOI and everything, and Farrakhan and Elijah Muhammad a little bit. And basically what Farrakhan said was a man like that. He said something like, a man like that. I don't want to misquote him, but it was basically along the lines like, "Oh wow, someone who does that should die," or something like that. Something along those lines. And so, and then we know that Malcolm X was killed, you know, shortly after and stuff. But
actually, so the Joe Budden podcast, they're kind of known for giving misleading information and quoting everything wrong. And so one of them got on there and said, I think it was around the time that the Malcolm X doc was coming out on Netflix, and they said that the Nation of Islam killed Malcolm X. The next episode, though, they had one of the brothers from the Nation of Islam come and just give them this long spiel on everything that happened and who actually killed Malcolm X. So it was a good learning experience. I think I learned a lot, and so I do know that rumor does go around that the Nation of Islam did kill Malcolm, but I think it was.
This all comes down to conspiracies. It's just like Aaliyah had to die for Beyonce to be great.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know, Nike. You know what? I actually talked to this girl not too long ago, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a huge Aaliyah fan." I was like, "Oh, interesting." I was like, "So I got a friend who said that Aaliyah, if she did not die, would be bigger than Beyonce. How you feel?" Oh, she said definitely, 100%. But she said Aaliyah die hard though.
Her and Nike are on that boat by themselves.
No,
I'm not. I'm not on the boat. I've had conversations with multiple people about this.
I've had conversations. Who are these people? Who are they?
A lot of them. I mean, family, friends. I mean, a lot of people.
That's right. Y'all are on a boat, and then all of the Beehive is on a cruise ship, enjoying life because we're not paying out no attention.
Well, it's just the Beehive. This is what I don't like about the Beehive is because Beyonce can't do no wrong. I love people, but when I know they not great at something, then I'm not gonna put them that high on the pedestal. I know Kobe wasn't better than Jordan. And
but that is not, okay. It depends on who you're talking to, because I can sit here and admit Beyonce is not a greatest of actors. I can sit here and admit that when it comes to public speaking, don't care to hear Beyonce talk a lot, right? Like, she needs a written script. She is not like Rihanna, who can on the spot be like, when you see my friends, pull up. Like, that's not Beyonce. Every video she has made for George Floyd and Breonna Taylor has been. Brandy even said Beyonce just now has a hologram that talks and records her videos. Because it looks so stiff and like she's just reading a teleprompter. So I do agree that when it comes to, I guess, personal feelings and like, what does Beyonce feel? We don't really get that from her. It's just when it comes to music and entertainment and sales, that's when we cannot have an argue. We can't have like a talk about this, because non-Beehive fans don't like to admit that Beyonce is just a great entertainer and she is number one. But
no, I admit that. I can admit that Beyonce is a great entertainer. I'm not going to deny that. But my thing is, like, see, this is how I'm not big on numbers per se. Like when comparing people that's out today to people back then, just because of the platforms that you have now. So your music, obviously the numbers and stuff is going to go crazy because of the platforms we have today. But I'm not denying that Beyonce is a great entertainer. I just personally believe that Aaliyah, if she was still alive today, I think that her numbers would withstand Beyonce's numbers. That's my personal opinion. I mean, like we can't compare it because we just don't know, obviously. But I just feel like, with Aaliyah's sound, her style, I think that she's a better artist than Beyonce is if they came out in the same time.
Careful, Nike. You know the Beehive got you as a person of interest. They watching.
But you know what? That's fine. But at the end of the day, like I've always came back to I respect Beyonce, and I think that she's the greatest entertainer in the world. I respect her. But what I say, like when I'm comparing her to Mary or Aaliyah, something like that, I can't put her on that tier. I just can't.
I saw there was a poll. I saw y'all put a poll up about who should sing the national anthem.
And
Mary didn't do
Mom
that.
had all her friends go on there and vote for Beyonce. It was only like 7. It was like 7 folks that voted.
Common sense, honestly.
Nah, it was only like 7 people that voted. Really.
All I'm saying is Mary didn't do so hot.
We just have people.
That's because they don't want to understand. See, I had an argument with somebody in my inbox about this. Shout out to my ex, Ebony. That is a Beehive fan, a fanatic. Probably the same as you, Don, if not even more. And literally we had this conversation about Mary, and she was like Beyonce is Mary's age. At Mary's age is a better singer. And I was like, man, Mary been through a lot. Shit, Mary was on drugs. Mary was hot cocaine, all this other stuff. So obviously her vocals as she got older wasn't nearly as good as if her in her prime. But I feel like still to this day, it's sensitive. Prime Mary versus prime Beyonce, Mary's don't win in a single.
What's worse about your statement is that also means you have Mary J. Blige above so many other people that she couldn't even whistle better than.
So, because you're saying that Beyonce is above everybody?
No, what I'm saying is that Mary, when it comes to singing, is on, like, she's pretty low. Like, if we did top 50 on Mary's probably in the second half.
This is what I've been waiting on.
Shut up, Bill. Instigated. Because everybody's going off of. That's what I'm saying. If you got to go off of both vocals. If people go off the strictly vocals in the prime, I don't think she would be. But everybody's looking at everything, stardom and everything else. That's why.
No, I'm not talking about stardom because Mary has some of the greatest R&B songs that I've ever listened to. Mary's in my top 5 of R&B songstress. She's not in my top 5 of singers. So.
Okay, now I can say that she's not in my top 5 of singers. Mary's not in my top 5 of singers.
But neither is Beyonce, and so that's when the issue comes.
No.
So.
Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's pull Tamar Braxton in this conversation. Mary J. Blige or Tamar Braxton?
Mary J. Blige.
See, this conversation will literally go nowhere. Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey.
In their prime, Mariah.
Now.
Mary.
Yeah, see, I can't have this conversation.
We're not going. Us going back and forth is not going to work.
It's not.
We've had this conversation multiple times, so I'm already going to know how to respond to your questions.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Dom on this. Mary is, I wouldn't put her towards the top. If y'all saying, are we gonna lean towards the top or towards the bottom? I'll be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go towards the bottom.
Yeah.
I put Mary mid-pack. I wouldn't put her at the bottom, but I put her mid-pack.
She's probably, Mary is probably, it depends on the 50 we talking about, but I'm giving her between 25, 35.
I'm gonna put her mid-pack. I put her mid-pack.
Okay, so if you're putting, DeVell, we got her caught right now. If you're putting Mary mid, that means you have Beyonce between 40 and 50.
I'll have Beyonce not too far from Mary.
Right, not too far.
I put Beyonce like 1, 2, 3 below Mary.
I want to know the singers in between them two.
Huh?
I said I want to know the singers in between them two.
I would literally have to write it out because I can't really think much in my head right now. Like,
Mary J. Blige can't sing better than Beyonce though. She just
yeah,
can't.
in her prime, I think so.
Nah. I'm gonna have to say nah.
Nike. Let's do we could plan this on the Say Less IG Live. Let's do a versus. You have Mary 20 best songs. I got Beyonce 20 best.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
But you know what? This is the thing. It's gonna be hard just simply because it's two different generations.
No,
With Mary and Beyonce.
it's not. If
Yeah,
we
it is. Like you could play Mary hits, and I could play a whole bunch of Mary hits and stuff like that. But depending on who's tuned in, they're gonna choose Beyonce over all of that.
But we're doing vocals. We'll make that clear that we are literally talking about.
There ain't nobody gonna see past Beyonce just because they are Beehivers. It's just like Nicki Minaj fans.
Let's ask Peanut what he thinks. Peanut.
What's up?
Nike and me, Say Less IG Live versus her Mary top 20, my Beyonce top 20, vocals.
I'm with it.
So it's gonna be me and Peanut versus you and DeVille.
Bet.
All right, bet. Hey, I'm with it.
But I really feel like if we go, so we gonna pick the song? Like, are we gonna choose who wins the round? Because like that's what I'm saying. If we put this on IG Live, majority of the followers is gonna say Beyonce because I feel like
you don't have a strong enough case.
Huh?
If you feel that way, then you don't have a strong enough case.
No, because like, most of the people that follow us is Beehivers. That's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna be biased. People are gonna be biased.
Understand that Beehivers can set apart who just sings better.
No, they can't. They can't. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, she said y'all done, bro. You hear that? You hear that?
They will not. Beehivers is not going to turn against Beyonce. They are not going to turn against Beyonce. That's what I'm saying. Like when her fan club, like the loyalty for Beyonce is one of a kind.
But that's what I'm saying. Okay, so the way let's talk.
I'm not loyal to nobody like that. So like I can sit here and say, oh, I like this Beyonce song over a Mary song. I can do that.
I can do that too, but I'm talking about vocals. So if I say that I probably wouldn't even put Crazy in Love in my top 20 because that doesn't showcase Beyonce's vocals. Now, if we play Ave Maria and Halo, Mary doesn't have a song that is beating that vocally.
Okay. We gonna put some.
We
got it.
Hey, we need to get our creative director to get us right. You know what I'm saying? So we can promote this thing.
We got it. Then we're gonna do it.
All right. Thursday.
I can't believe you, Dime. Can't believe you, boy. I said, I ain't got nothing to go. Okay, this should be a good one.
Yeah, I'm ready.
We got it. We do it next week.
Next week? Why we can't do it Thursday?
So we can promote it. Give us a week to promote it.
All right, bet.
Yeah, man.
All
right. I ain't think that was gonna come out of all this, but hey, we put out the boxing glove. Put out the boxing gloves today.
I'm with it. All right.
I can't whistle better than them people. I said, oh, I love it.
What we got on Say Less and Do More? Who needs to say less and do more?
We didn't even really touch base on a lot of other stuff that went on. I mean, from a sporting standpoint, we got Mahomes just signed this $503 million contract, 10-year contract with Kansas City Chiefs.
$500 million.
My man's got $477 million guaranteed money.
He got the richest contract in sports history.
That's big.
That's huge. And everybody was saying baseball, was the way to go because they get those guaranteed, non-figure contracts, And man, but shout out to Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if y'all watched the show. What's the show with The Rock? It was a TV show with The Rock. But anyway, he was a football owner, and he ended up owning the Kansas City. Ballers. Boom. Yeah, so Ballers. Got John David Washington in there. All right, so he ended up at the end, like the very end of like the very last season, he ended up owning the Kansas City Chiefs, and he signed Patrick Mahomes to the largest contract in NFL history, which is
he did?
Yeah.
When did,
wow, I didn't see that. I don't think I watched the last season of Ballers.
Hmm. Yeah, and this was last year.
yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Well, so they out there predicting stuff like The Simpsons.
Yeah, man, shit was crazy.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, you knew Patrick Mahomes was gonna get a huge I wasn't expecting this, but I knew he was gonna get a huge contract. But yeah, this is record breaking. This is man, and he got an injury. He got an injury clause in there. It's like 120 or 140 million, just in case he get hurt or something. Yeah, man, it's a good time to be a Mahomes. I'm about to go hit him up, see if like
He needed
hey, we like skin him like cousin. I'm about to hit with the cousin. Like this was good. Was like
What's good?
yeah, Mahomes got that big money. But I was wondering, did y'all see that the Redskins probably gonna have to change their name. Nike pulled out. They
did. Nike pulled out.
Dang. That's what's really gonna force the name change. Is when like these companies start like, okay, nah, we out, we can't do it no more because
Nike is for the people, for real.
But because before he wasn't gonna change it.
Yeah, I seen that. That old ass owner said he said you can write never in capital letters. I would never change the name of this team.
He actually went and did like he went and surveyed. He went to some tribes and stuff and talked to some people, and basically he was saying more of them didn't have a problem with it than the ones that did. But the way I see it is like there's still like a large group of people who got a problem with it. And I mean, like you basically, I mean, it's like it's a almost like it's a caricature of their culture, and you know, you're using it for a football team. I just feel like if you saw that, like I never really thought about it as a kid, but as I got older, I was like, yeah, that's kind of off. Like that's like if they had an NFL team called like the I don't know, Colorado Negroes or something like that. Like we'd be like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
This ain't really rocking with me. So yeah, honestly, I think they need to change it. I feel like that's obvious that you should be like, nah, yeah, this probably ain't right. Or like you had like the South Carolina or
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll quick change the name if it was the Washington Rednecks.
Or the Washington Caucasians.
Yeah.
No, but we have a strong front runner for a new name that a lot of people really like, and it's the Washington Red Tails, paying homage to the first black fighter jet pilots.
yeah.
That'd be dope.
They had a movie about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real Red Tails.
Yeah, man.
That'd be dope, but they probably not gonna. I don't think they'll change it. If all the sports brands back out.
Oh no, they changing it. They changing it. It's happening.
Oh, it's for sure happening.
No, it's for sure happening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely changing it. It definitely changing it now.
Once advertisers start backing out, that literally is what runs every company.
Nike
Yeah,
is the biggest contract.
Yeah, like they also make their jerseys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
yeah, they do. They have like all of their apparel. I guess Nike could be like, you know what? I think we want to break this apparel contract we have with you due to this, and Nike could do it. So.
Yeah, they got to change. I like the Red Tails though, because it's almost. I mean, it's the same. It's almost similar, like sounding to like Redskins or whatever. So it's not even a big change, and it has some historical meaning to it. So I think that's
pretty cool.
Man, shout out to Nike for always saying less and doing more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be named no other brand.
Hey, there you go. So it's fitting, man. It's fitting. Now, like a name that I personally liked would have, they didn't have to change nothing. They could have just went to the Washington Natives, which would have been all right with me because they got the Washington Capitals, the Washington Nationals, So
You said the Washington Neighbors?
Natives.
Oh, Natives.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because they wouldn't have to change nothing. They just could have kept the same logo, same everything.
Yeah, because I mean, I think they didn't have a problem with it before because they're not thinking like Native Americans don't call each other Redskins.
No,
that's a name that like white people made. They oh yeah, they Redskins. That's so like obviously I just don't see how you don't see that. That's obviously like the right thing to do is just change the name. Like and I just don't see how that's not. I understand like tradition and all that, but
It just looks like how they don't see police brutality being an issue.
Oh, there we go.
Or the
Yeah.
statues.
there it is.
Oh man, y'all see what happened to that Columbus statue in the great city of Baltimore?
Yep, they tore that baby down.
Yeah, avenues. Shout out to them with that crazy ass accent. But yeah, they tore that thing down, man. It's now in the Inner Harbor, and now they have this like this plume of black dust inside of the harbor happening right now today. It just came out of nowhere. So yeah.
Y'all know how like last week the Sahara Desert dust was supposed to come and kill us off, and then now they got the bubonic plague in China. They got cases and stuff over there. So this 2020 story is it's one for the books for sure. Like I don't know what next week can tell, but
Does Baltimore have the worst accent in America?
Oh, by far is the worst.
By far.
Boy, I'll be dying laughing every time they be like, "Gee."
But you know what? It's only certain words though, because they sound normal as hell till they get to like certain words.
It's the ooh sound. Whenever you say two or
Chew,
or boo, they say bew or I don't know, something like that.
And they can't say hot dog. They be like hot dog. Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of hot dogs, y'all. names, hot dogs got hood names, Glizzy.
Yeah. I seen that. The glizzy.
Like if somebody walks to me and was like, "Hey, you got the Glizzy?" I would have thought they was talking about a gun or something. I'd be like, "Oh, no, you got nothing."
Hey man. Hey, it's great. They eat they glizzies with mayo too, bro. You know that?
Mayo?
Mayo, bro.
Okay, wait a minute.
That's
I'm gonna first say this. Mayo ain't that bad. I'm gonna say that number one.
Terrible.
Mayo ain't that bad. I knew I was gonna get backlash, but mayo ain't that bad, honestly. So I wouldn't eat it on a hot dog, but I'm not that grossed out by that. I'm not that.
Hey, that's probably like the number one worst condiment you can put on your food.
Man, mayo ain't that bad. I'm trying to
Mayo
tell
only
y'all.
belongs on sandwich.
But that's why people eat hot dogs or sandwiches.
With mustard.
I mess up a hot dog with mustard when I used to eat pork.
Mustard and ketchup. I need both of them.
Yep.
I got
Sauerkraut on that thing.
cayenne on that joint.
Man, mayo ain't that bad, man. I see why people like it. It ain't that bad.
It was disgusting.
Yeah, that shit is terrible. Hey, don't let Dr. Umar hear that. You eating something white,
Yeah.
brother?
Y'all ever seen Undercover Brother?
Oh yeah, he's like extra mayo for me, please.
Mayo for me, please.
Yeah, man.
Oh. Yeah, shout out to Mayo.
Yeah, man. hey, you know what? Hey, man, and people are white people are actually getting charges pressed against them for the shit that they've been doing to black people lately, like that white couple that pulled at the lady that put out her gun on.
I saw that.
That black woman and her daughter. She got her and her husband got felony criminal assault charges pressed against them.
How that song go? Go,
Man.
go. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And the lady Amy Cooper that had that meltdown.
OG Karen.
Yeah, the OG Karen, man. She got charges pressed against her for filing a false police report.
Who's next?
Shit. Hey, we still waiting on Breonna Taylor's killers to be brought to justice. So
Yeah.
I saw that I don't know if it was the DA or police chief or somebody when they was talking about that, and they were saying that charges probably unlikely just because there was no footage, no nothing, like there's basically no evidence.
The dead
For the
body.
Breonna Taylor's case?
Yeah.
It don't need to be any footage. No, nothing. They freaking shot inside an innocent person's home.
Yeah.
So the dead body just wasn't enough, huh?
Right, like come on now.
They said that's why they haven't been arrested or anything yet.
But they let her boyfriend go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If they let him go, they did something wrong. But to let him go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what was crazy, they you know, when they did the illegal search, the no knock warrant, they were actually at the wrong address, and the person that they were looking for was actually already in custody.
Right.
So
That's crazy.
it was a botched ordeal from top to bottom, man.
Because they were only were they fired? I think
No.
Nah.
No, they haven't been fired. I mean, I feel like that's a fireable offense right there. The person you're looking for is in custody. You go to the wrong house, you kill somebody. That's policing. That's got to be policing at its very worst right there. That's got to be policing at its very worst.
Yeah, that's a bad ordeal, man. Bad ordeal. But rest in peace to her, man. Again.
Say her name.
Man. But yeah. So
Can you say let's do more?
man, Jimmy Johns.
Yeah, they could say let's do more.
Man, like, I got a serious question. Do black people really eat Jimmy Johns?
Not really.
Oh my!
Man, I had Jimmy John's a couple of times, like, because it was like close to the crib.
Their branding is fast delivery too. So
the only time I ate Jimmy John's was when I was with white people.
same.
Jersey Mike's the best sub place.
Jersey Mike's.
Only reason I even know what Jimmy John's is because of white people, co-workers and other stuff. They get Jimmy John's all the time.
They bread hard as hell.
Hard as it, man. So all right, we don't mess with Subway. Well, I don't mess with Subway.
Hell nah, they lied. Eat fresh. Nah, that shit ain't
Yeah,
good.
Jimmy John's, don't mess with them. But I do rock with Firehouse subs though, G.
You gotta eat Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's the best. I'm
I
telling
don't know.
you.
I had Jersey Mike's, but I think Firehouse is up there, bro.
Firehouse ain't up there with Jersey.
Man, Firehouse is up there, bro. That shit is good, man.
What happened with Jimmy John's? I didn't see.
Man, their employees created a noose out of dough. And
wow.
yeah, and they had the bright idea to record it and record themselves putting it around an employee's neck and making light of black lynchings that's been going on here lately in North America.
Man, I just be wondering, like, these kids that do these videos and stuff, like, what exactly is going on in their head? Like, I don't understand. Like, I really don't. Like, because I'm sure, like, she about to send out the apology, or he or she about to send out the apology video. It's like, that's not me. I don't know why, all that stuff. And people who know me, blah, blah, all that blah, blah, blah stuff. I just don't understand what's going through their head.
I think it's the same thing that's going through these Karen's heads and every other white person's heads. Because, I mean, like, I seen a video the other day about this white lady and her husband defacing the Black Lives Matter mural in Washington, D.C., and they was painting over it and stuff like that. And here are some of the direct quotes that she was saying. So people was going back and forth, was like, all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter, and going back and forth with her. But she was saying, both of them were saying, racism doesn't exist. That's one of the quotes. There's no such thing as police brutality. Another quote from the video. Somebody said, so what about the kids being put in cages? Oh, that's a lie. That's fake news. There's no kids being put in cages. Turn the channel. These are the things that go through their minds because they feel like we're living in the perfect world. Like America's great.
Yeah, they live in a bubble.
The land of, yeah. So I think that's what's going through their mind, like, because they just feel that they're entitled to everything, and everything works in their favor. So there's nothing wrong with the world.
I have a question for y'all, because I thought about this, right? If y'all were in grad school or getting your PhD and you had to write a dissertation, what would it be over? Okay, so
I don't know the stuff that's going on right now.
Mine specifically would be like social media and the effects of clout and excessive information, and would it be for better or for worse? And I only say that because I was just thinking the other day, Twitter, social media is good because people always say you have all this information at your own, like in the palm of your hand, but they don't tell you if it's for better or for worse. Like there are like terrible side effects to having that much information.
Yeah.
On detriment, right? So I was just thinking, like on Twitter, I was just telling someone I needed a Twitter break because it's almost like, you know how that question they used to ask you, like, if you had superpowers, what would you want to do? And people would say mind readers. Well, like Twitter gives you a mind reading superpower where people post their thoughts and you're able to like read what they're thinking. But it's some thoughts that I would have rather not know. Like I can get on Twitter at 9 a.m. I can know that somebody's horny. I can know that somebody thinks COVID's gonna kill everybody. I can know that someone hates their mom. You know what I mean? It's just access to all of this information. And the only thing I can tie it back to is clout and attention. So that was my dissertation.
That's a good one. That's a real good one.
You asked this question and you really thought it through. See, we didn't have a chance to really think it through.
You're right, but I'm also interested in thinking of what other people would write. I oftentimes think of like if I'm still in college, think of papers that I could write.
Oh, I don't think about papers.
Yeah, I don't think about that.
I was a beast. I was a beast at the papers, bro.
No, ma'am.
I can write a paper, but I don't think about like, I can write about this. See, that's dime journalism and stuff.
I know what mine would be about, and I also got an entire business model behind it. But mine would be about laws. Mine would be about laws that every person, mainly every black, I think there are laws that every black person should know when encountering the police. Like for one would be the failure to identify. You know what I'm saying? Because just because you encounter a police officer, you don't have to give your information to a peace officer because they asked for it. Like you have to have committed some sort of crime in order for them to ask your name and get your information. But if you haven't, then they can say that, you failed to identify yourself, because the only way you can do so is if you committed a crime, which is like an actual law. If you committed a crime and you failed to, you said like, I say, all right, my name, if they ask me my name after I committed my crime, I'll say my name is DeVale. You know what I'm saying? That's on top of that, that's, like I'm lying about my name, but also false identifying. But if you haven't committed any crime, you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? And you could also tell police if you haven't committed a crime, or if you're not being detained or under arrest, and if they are on your property, you can tell them to get the fuck off your yard. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have any reason to come into your house. Like there are like laws, strict, like searching your person, like police officers stopping you, like stop and frisk, like what's happening in New York. Like that shit's very illegal. You know what I'm saying? So I think there are a ton of laws that black people should know when they're telling them.
Totally agree with you, Peanut, but I do also think that those laws sometimes don't apply to us.
I mean, that's why, yeah, I know, but that's why we have camera phones now. I think, like, no matter where you are, if you see anyone encountering the police for any reason, I think someone should put out their phone. It's like a person that knows their rights, I think it should be recorded. And if you know them, you could tell the police officer, that's against the law for you to do that to me, and if they continue to do it, you can file a civil suit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so, and I'm not saying you have all the answers, but why does it take me telling a police officer that's not against the law, pulling out my camera, hoping to make it to even file a civil suit? Because what if I die, and I die for knowing my rights, and then it's just easier in a sense to just give them my name even though I didn't?
Well, I mean, because I think in the climate that we're in right now as black people in America, it's our duty to know our rights, because police officers only go to academy for 6 months. Like we all had to go to school for 4 years to get a degree. You know what I'm saying? And you have to go to I don't know, it's like 2 years cosmetology school or some shit like that. So literally it's longer for you to get a certification in whatever field you're in than it is, to be police officer. And they don't know the laws. They really do. A lot of them do not know the law. They think their job is just to stop someone that looks suspicious and, try to build a case, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with you, Peanut. I think the better knowledgeable we are, then the more we can have hopefully a little more wiggle room. I mean, it can't hurt to know, because you always see like white people when they get pulled over, like, oh, you can't do that. You can't. That's not against the law. That's against the law. Blah blah blah. And most of us, we don't know. Like I don't know the laws. I don't know any of the laws. So
here's my thing on it. Like I 100% agree that knowledge is power, but knowledge is also our biggest threat, because when you show that you know these laws, then that makes them nervous, and that puts you in a situation where you probably gonna be put in your grave. So I mean, it's twofold. I think everybody should know their rights and stuff, but like to Dom's point, it's easier just to go ahead and give you my ID, tell you everything you need to know in hopes that, you know, you'll leave me alone. Because if I don't, and I'm being a smart ass because I know my rights, then they're gonna antagonize you and do more.
But at the same time, Nike, you can be like, as Black kids, we already taught like to be like, yes sir, no sir, just do what they say, all that stuff, and it hasn't changed anything.
Okay, but to my point, but again, knowledge is also a threat to them too, because I know this and they don't know. It's a lose-lose situation. But I honestly feel like you're gonna make it out more so just abiding to whatever they say versus not doing anything. So I mean, like it's just twofold. But I mean,
no, I get what you're saying. I agree, but at the same time, these laws are put in place to be abided by, and to like their job is to protect and serve. Like, and we know the history with, you know, between the Black community and police officers, but like knowing your rights, you know what I'm saying? And even if you have to school a police officer in any situation, like if you go about it in the right manner, just like we're taught to, yes sir, no sir, don't move too fast, keep your hands on the steering wheel, no sudden movements, you know, we can also let them know that we understand what's happening in this situation at, you know, with respect, you know what I'm saying? Like not being in a disrespectful way. Like you can't do that shit because, you know, law 38.2 says you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then, but I think and they may actually learn something from you.
I was going to say, like Nike said, it's a twofold, and I agree with both sides. It's one of those things where you get stuck because I think Black people, we should know the law because that's what we should do. But then it becomes an issue where racism as a whole is the issue, because then we have stereotypes where we come off aggressive and Black men just look like a threat because of what they have on, because they have on a hoodie, right? So it's like, no matter if I know it or not, you already come off, like I already come off this type of way to you. And it just sucks that we have to know the law, yes, but if you go to Pizza Hut and you don't know the specials, you can ask Pizza Hut that. So why can't they do their job and know that if I say, like, I don't have to give you my identity or something like that, they just attest to it and do their job. If you go to a clothing store, Forever 21, you don't know everything about the way that store works.
Yeah.
And so it sucks that we have to be on top of this, but still risk the fact of getting killed, whether we know the law or not.
Yeah, that's basically what I was about to say. Like, it's just the fact that we have to go through all this, we have to do all that is just, because white people don't have these conversations. They don't talk about like, oh, how do you interact with the police and stuff like that. Like not something they talk about.
And the fact that we are Black women who maybe we do come off with a little bit of attitude, or maybe my voice is a little louder than a soft white woman's voice. But me saying, hey, sir, that's against the law, and me saying, you can't ask me that, is not aggression. That's just the way I talk.
Yeah.
So the fact that I can get killed for raising my voice is ridiculous.
Yeah. I get it.
So, I mean, I think absolutely we all do need to know our rights.
Definitely.
I think we got to take the same precautions though.
Oh, for sure.
Not knowing everything.
Yeah.
But
that's a good decision.
There's a lot to talk about, because I really wanted to talk about, I know we had like our 2-hour mark, because I really wanted to talk about 50 Cent's comments about on Lil Wayne's podcast about exotic women and all this other stuff. But we could say that for another day.
Yeah.
We'll get that next week.
Yeah. But any more say let's do more, or we good?
I'm on a thin line with Kanye West, but more so with the people that's taking Kanye West seriously.
Yeah.
You can't even like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
That goes to Peanut with knowing the law and knowing about voting and politics. This wouldn't even be a conversation. And so the fact that so many people are entertaining this right now, we as a people need to say less and do more, know our rights, and know about politics and voting, and stop entertaining ignorant stuff.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, because he can't run as a Democrat or a Republican unless he's going to run as an independent, which he can't do. No one can do right now. It's just bullshit, honestly. It's just.
Exactly.
But you know what? If he ran as independent and him being great friends with Trump, it would split the Democratic vote in half because people are ignorant and they will vote for Kanye, and it will put Trump right back in office if he did run independent.
Yeah, but Kanye didn't say he was gonna run for president in 2020. He just said, "I'm gonna run for president." He said 2020. He said #2020 vision, but I don't think he would do it. No, he can't. He can't. First of all, he can't.
Yeah.
But,
He can't. But yeah. All right. Well.
But he said that once before though, right? He said 2024 though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He said he was gonna run in 2024. He had said that at the beginning of the year or end of last year sometime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no, we don't need them. We do not need the Kardashians in the White. We do not need that. Like people think America. Like, what season are we on in 2020 right now? Like, what season are we? Like, what episode?
Yeah, we got to be on like season 3.
Yeah, man. We don't need them in the White House with cameras. Bro.
Episode 6. Yeah.
Nah, low key. People was really what was pissing me off is people was really justifying it. Like, yeah, Kanye West is smarter than you think, and Kim Kardashian is a beast. They're like all the stuff she doing. I'm like, oh hell no. Like they was really justifying this shit, and I'm like, I can't believe this.
Yeah, them folks is crazy. Yeah, I never vote for Kanye Kardashian.
Somebody that got they own E. Oh hell no! Just imagine that. Like, we don't know everything that's going on in the White House.
You said what?
Does Trump have a degree?
No.
It's
But I don't know if y'all notice or not. But he just passed an executive order like a few weeks ago saying that you have to have some form of education in some form of education in law now going forward to run for president.
He passed the law.
Mm-hmm. Executive order.
Is he trying to get his own stuff out of here? Like,
Nah. He passed it because he could potentially lose this year, so he doesn't want it to be a reincarnation of him. Like he does want another. He don't want anybody else to pretty much do what he did. Just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know if this is backwards or forward thinking.
Yeah.
But you know what? Trump has been doing a lot of stuff lately to cover his. He's preparing to lose, but he's preparing to place blame on everybody else. So he's doing stuff to set himself up so he could look like, the election was rigged. They could do this. He's setting himself up for that because he knows that he doesn't have a chance.
It's just annoying how America which we know this already, but America sets itself up for white people to win, because I just don't see how in God's green earth you have to have a degree now, or they were trying to make you have a degree to be a free agent for like an NBA team.
Hey, that's the
degree for president.
Hey man, that's the blackness, man. That's the hey. Rich Paul took over the NBA, man. He took over. Shout out to that brother. Shout out to Rich Paul.
Definitely a lot out here.
All right. Well, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Make sure you all follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Say Less Pod. That's at The Say Less Pod. Follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Say Less Podcast. Make sure you DM us and email us at
saylesspodcast4@gmail.com, and that's saylesspodcast 4 @gmail.com.
Hey, Say Less Podcast. We out.
Yes, sir.